This conference will now be recorded.
So today let us start off with one more new topic and very simple one, IO package. What is this IO is? IO stands for input output. IO stands for what? Input output. And the main use of going with this IO package is like, what are the programs we have written up to now? The data what we use during runtime, the data is temporary because the data is stored in RAM memory and RAM is temporary. Then, where we can store data permanently? In hard disk, either in the form of data files or database tables. So this IO package is mainly to manage the data files. So next class we will go with databases also. So what is the main use of IO package? IO package is used for the following: creating new data files, writing data onto the data files. When we write the data onto the data files, it is permanent data. Then opening existing data files, reading data from the data files, and closing the files. So these are the operations we can do by using IO package. Here we are having one important definition called as stream. The meaning of stream is like flow of data. Flow of data is called as stream. The flow of data can be from our keyboard to memory. Memory means RAM. Memory to hard disk to memory. Like that. This flow of data is called as stream. And in Java, we are having two types of streams. Java, we are having two types of streams. They are byte streams and character streams. Byte streams and character streams. Means we can make the data flow only in two formats in Java, either in the form of byte or character. Let me elaborate more on this using a diagram. It is IO hierarchy. Let me open the diagram. So we are having two types of streams, byte stream, character stream. Under byte stream, it goes with the two topmost abstract classes. This input stream and output stream are abstract classes. So in byte stream, we are in two topmost abstract classes, input stream and output stream. Under character stream, we are having reader and writer. Then, under input stream, it goes with the subclasses like file input stream, buffered input stream, data input stream, and object input stream. Under output stream, it goes with the subclasses like file output stream, buffered output stream, data output stream, and object output stream. Similarly, under reader, file reader, buffer reader, under writer, file writer, buffer writer. And all these classes are present in the package java.io package. So whenever we want to use these classes, we need to import java.io package. Then understanding the purpose of these classes completes our IO package concept. Now let us start one by one. Let us go with the first one, file output stream class. The use of file output stream class is, it is used to create a data file on your hard disk. That is the purpose of file output stream class. Use it to create a data file on your hard disk, and we can even write data onto the file. Then buffered output stream class is used to increase the performance of write operations. It's only performance. In order to increase the performance of write operation, we make use of buffered output stream class. Now, let us go with the program. So to store IO related programs, let us create a new package, IO programs. Right click on this package and it's a new class. File output stream with main method inside. Now import the package java.io package. Whenever in this IO package, most of the methods throws IO exception. So checked exception, you can simply add here throws IO exception. Whenever we want to create a new file on your hard disk, just we have to create object of the class file output stream FOS equal to new file output stream. Into the constructor, you need to pass the name of the file which we want to create. So when this line of code is executed, it's going to create a file, file1.txt on your hard disk. In which location? In my project location. So wherever you are working in the project, in that project, the file will be created. Now let us suppose if I want to create this file in C drive XXX folder. In C drive XXX folder, then this file1.txt will be created in XXX folder. But before I want to create this file in XXX folder, this path should be existing. Means in C drive there should be a folder XXX, then only the file will be created. If the path is not present, then it's going to throw an exception, file not found exception. Right? Now let me not go with the path in this example. Now when this line of code is executed, it's going to create a file, file1.txt in my project folder. Now onto this file, we want to write some content. Let me say a string str equal to Java is platform independent. So I want to write some content onto this file. Java is platform independent. Means if I write this content onto this file, this is permanent data. To go with permanent data, we use files concept. To manage these files only, we go with this IO package. Now, how to write this content onto the file is using file output string class object using write method. Using write method. See, by write method taking byte array as an argument, but we are having string in hand. So that's the reason we are getting error here. How to convert string into byte array is by using the method get bytes. So this method converts string into byte array. That's it. Now this content is written onto the file. Go with the message file created. Then do the closing operations. FOS start close cleanup operations. Now see, when we run this code, you get the message file created. And if you open your folder, so we are working in C drive 2024 Java online file, Java programs, my project. So in my project, you can see file 1. So if you open this file 1, you can see our content. Java is platform independent. So to go with permanent data, we make use of this IO package concept. Clear all of you? Any questions? Now, to increase the performance of these write operations, to increase the performance, we use buffered output stream. Buffered output stream, BOS equal to new buffered output stream. Just we have to create object of buffered output stream class. To the constructor, we need to pass our file output stream class object. Now this BOS is now connected to FOS. FOS is internally connected to this file. Now wherever you are doing write operation, you do with BOS. When I do write operation using buffered output stream, performance is more here. Same result. When you run, we get the same result. It's going to create a file, file1.txt with this content. Coming to the next class, file input stream class. The use of file input stream class is, it is used to open existing files. It is for what? To open existing files and read content from the file to do the read operation. And buffer input stream class is used to increase the performance of read operations. It's for performance purpose. Let us go with the code. Right click on IO programs and say new class file input stream get. Import IO package. Add throws declaration. Now create object of file input stream. FIS equal to new file input stream. To the constructor, you pass the name of the file which we want to open. Here we are passing file1.txt. Now from this file, we want to read the content. So in order to read the content, we use the method fis.read and read method taking C byte array as an argument. So we'll go with some byte array like buffer. I'm taking some byte array like buffer. Now allocate memory for this buffer byte array buffer equal to new byte array. When we go with arrays, we have to mention the size. How to get the size of the file? By using the method fis.available. So this method returns the size of the file. Now create a byte array buffer of size of the file. That's it. Now when I say fis.read buffer, the content of file will come and store into this byte array buffer. Now since we cannot print arrays in SOP, convert into string. How to convert? String str equal to new string. To the constructor, if you pass the byte array, this constructor converts byte array into string. Now print the value of str. That's it. If I start close. Now see, when we run, the content of file, the content of this file1.txt is now displayed on our console. So this is for read operation. To increase performance of read operation, what class we have to use? Buffer input stream. Buffered input stream BAS equal to new buffered input stream connected to FIS. And wherever we use FIS, replace with BAS. Performance wise, this code is more faster. So when we run, same output, no change in the output. Clear up to here? Any questions? No. The next one, data output stream class. The use of data output stream classes, it is used to write different data types onto the data file. Up to now we are writing strings, but we want to write integers, strings, doubles, floats, bytes like that. So when you want to write different data types onto the data file, we go for data output stream class. And data input stream class is to read the different data types from the data file. Let us go with the code. Data output stream. Import the package. Add throws. Open. Sorry, first of all, create the file output stream. FYS equal to new file output stream. And to the name of the file. So file2.txt. So when this line of code is executed, It's going to create a file, file2.txt in your hard disk. Now onto this file, we want to write different data. Then we go with data output stream. Create object of data output stream class. The constructor password FYS. Now in this data output stream class, we are having different methods for writing different data like this. DOS dot write int. It's for integer. I'm writing it 100. DOS dot write UTF. This is for string. UTF means unified text format. DOS dot write double. Write. So we are writing different data. Like that we are having write byte, write short, write float, write long. We are having different methods for managing different data types. Now go with the message. Create it. Then DOS start close. FOS start close. So when we run, we get the message file created. Now understand here one important point. When you are writing the data onto the file using data output stream, then we should read data from the file using data input stream only. When you write with the data output, then we should read with data input only. Like this. Let us go with the code. Data input stream. Import IO package. Close IO exception. Now open the file. How to open? File input stream. FIS equal to new file input stream. Connect to file 2.txt. Since we have written the data onto this file using data output stream, then we should read with the data input stream. Data input stream DIS equal to new data input stream connected to FIS. So let us read int n equal to DIS dot read it. Write it, read it. So what we have written here, see 100. So when you read this value, we get 100. The value of n will be what here? 100. Next string str equal to ds dot read utf. Write utf, read utf. Now if you print the value of str, see what we have written. The next one welcome. So when you read, we get here welcome. The third one double equal to ds dot read double. Now if you print the value of d, it is what we have written 35.5. Then we get here 35.5. That's it. Now see when we run, we get the same result what I have given in comments. So when you want to manage different data types, data output stream and data input stream. Clear all of you? Right. Moving to the next one, character stream. Under character stream, we are having this file writer. The use of file writer is to create a new data file and write data onto the file, similar to file output stream, but comes under character stream. So what is the use of file writer? To create a data file and write data onto the file, and buffer writer to increase performance. Let us go with the code. File writer get import IO package, add close declaration. Now, whenever you want to create a file on your hard disk, we can even use file writer. File writer FW equal to new file writer and connect to the file which we want to create. So file3.txt. Now here let us go with some content. String str equal to Hibernate is an ORM framework. Hibernate is an ORM framework. This content we want write on file. Then you can say fw.write, and you can write directly the string also. Directly we can write our string. In the case of byte strings, we have converted into byte array to write. But in the case of character strings, we can write string directly onto the data file. This is the advantage. Go with the message. File created. fw.close. To increase performance, buffer writer. Buffer writer bw equals new buffer writer and fw. And wherever we use fw, replace with bw. That's it. Also, when we run, we get the message file created. And if you open your folder, file 3, you can see the content. Hibernate is an ORM framework. The next one, file reader. The use of file reader class is to open existing file and read content from the file, and buffer reader to increase performance. Let us go with the code. File reader demo. Import IO package. IO exception. Let us open the file. So we'll say file reader fr equal to new file reader. Now the program, what we want to do is, when we run this program, the output of your program should be your same source code file. The same source code should get displayed in the console. Then which file we should open here? To this file reader, what argument we have to pass? Which file we want to open? File reader demo.java. So we are opening the same file. The same file we are opening here, so that we can read the content of this file. Now, if you are not giving any path here, it's going to search for this file in my project folder. If you check your my project folder, we are not having any file called as file reader demo.java. Then where it is located under src IO programs, you can see file reader demo.java file. So since the file is present in some other folder, we have to mention the path here. So with the path, to mention the path where you want to create the file, or where the file is located. The file is present in my project folder, you need not go with any path. But if the file is present in any other folder, we have to mention the path where it is located. Now from this file, we want to read character by character. I want to read character by character from this file. So for that, we'll say int n equal to int n, while n equal to fr dot read. See, the read method returns integer. Fr dot read not equal to -1. -1 indicates end of file. -1 indicates end of file. Then print the value of n. So we are reading character by character, and we are and read method returns integer value. So we are storing into n and printing in n value. Then say fr dot close. Also when we run, we get all integer values here, because we are reading in the form of integer. So let us understand what are these integer values. So to understand that, what is the first character in this source code file? P. What is the first character in the source code file? P. Now let us know what is the integer value for this P. For that, let us apply the typecasting and say here. We are applying typecasting. Now see what is the value we get? 112. So you are matching C 112, 112. So what is this 112? We call it as Unicode or ASCII code of character 3. So whatever the integer values it is printing, these are all Unicodes. So I don't want to display Unicodes. I want to display the character of that Unicode. Then we'll go with what? And we'll convert into character and print here. So we'll apply the typecasting and print the value of n here. So we are converting this integer into character and display. Now, so when we run, we get the same source code onto your console. Clear this code, all of you? Any questions? Right? Our
Hi.
package is very, very
Uh,
simple. Yeah, yes, please.
in case of a reader with the byte stream, don't we need the while loop the way we used in the previous one?
Yes,
Like here,
here we can do. There also we can use same concept. There also same thing. Because there also read method returns integer only. So same concept can be even applied for your file input stream also. Okay. Right.
and do we have any like can we throw any exception like that? Let's say if the file is empty or something like that, or if you are not able to open the file.
Yeah, that's it. If you can write the code in try and catch block, and in catch block you can say, you can go with the message. You can go with the message. Here I'm simply directly saying throws IO exception because check it exception. If you want to handle in your own way, we have to keep the code in try and catch block, and you can throw the exception if it is unable to read. So you can go with your own messages, unable to open file, unable to read the data. Like that, you can go with your own messages when you want to handle yourself. Got it? So try and catch block is for handling ourselves. Throws is for specification to follow only the syntax rule. Got it, Sindhu?
Yeah, Raj, you got it.
So what are the words I said up to now? Everything I've already documented. You can see the topmost two abstract classes under byte stream are input stream and output stream. Under character stream are reader and writer. And I've elaborated about subclasses under input stream. File input stream, what is the purpose? To open existing file and read data from the file. Buffered input stream to increase performance. Similarly, data input stream to read different data types like integer, float, double string, etc. from the data file. And object input stream is to read an object from the data file. I need to discuss on this, okay? Then, similar way, we can find subclasses under output stream like file output stream, buffered output stream, data output stream, and data, object output stream. So I need to discuss object input stream and object output stream, right? Okay, similar way you can find subclasses under reader and writer. Now, let us go with the major topic of today's class. This is very, very important. Serialization. Up to now, we are writing some integers, floats, double strings like that onto the data file. Now we want to write complete object data onto the data file. We want to write an object like a student class object, employee class object, book class object, customer class object. I want to write an object onto the data file. So when you want to play with objects, we go with what? Serialization. So you can see the process of writing an object onto the data file is called as serialization. The process of reading an object from the data file is called as deserialization. What the complete concept name we call serialization. Object output stream class, object output stream class is used to write an object onto the data file using write object method. By using write object method, we can write an object onto the data file. Object input stream class is used to read an object from the data file using read object method. We are discussing these two classes. The purpose of object output stream and object input stream. Very important point. In order to serialize an object of a class, a class should implement serializable interface. The class should implement which interface? Serializable interface. If you are not implementing, else it will throw not serializable exception. If you are not doing, it's going to throw what exception? Not serializable exception. Let us understand using program serialization demo. Serialization demo with main method. Import java.io package. Now let us create a class. Go with any class. I'm going with a class book with the data members int, id, string book name, double book price. And let us create a constructor to set the values. Right click and say source. You can see the option generate constructor using fields. Generate. So the constructor has been created. Now, whenever a class contains parameterized constructor, it is always suggested to go with a default constructor. Now the class is ready. Coming to main method, it throws exception. Let us initially go with serialization. What is serialization? Writing an object onto the data file. So when you want to write an object onto the data file, first of all, we have to create the file on your hard disk. How to create file on your hard disk? File output string fis equal to new file output string and connect to the file. So I will say book.txt. So when this line of code is executed, it's going to create a file book.txt on your hard disk. Now onto this file, we want to write an object. So when you want to write object, we have to create object of class, object output string, OS equal to new object output string and connect to FOS. Now create object of book class, book B equal to new book. So the constructor pass your book ID, book name, and price. So we are creating the book ID, book name, and price. Now the object B is ready. Now we want to write this complete object data onto this file. So object data means these three values will go and written onto the file. So how to write? By using object output string class object, use the method write object and pass your object. So this process only serialization. Do the closing operations. OS.close, FOS.close. Okay. The next thing, deserialization means reading object from the file. So you can do deserialization in some other program also or in the same program. Anywhere we can write. So I'm doing in the same program, deserialization. So we have to open the file first. How to open file? File input string, FIS equal to new file input string, connect to book.txt. Now to read object from the file, we go with object input string. Object input string OIS equal to new object input string, connect to FIS. Now to read object, we'll say book B1 equal to, we call the method OIS.read object. Read object. So we are getting error because the return type of read object method is object. What is the return type of read object method? Object. But you are assigning to book, so go with typecast. So higher to lower, we apply typecast. Now the object data is present in V1, so print the object V1. That's it. OIS.close, FIS.close. Now see when we run, we get an exception, not serializable exception. So in order to serialize an object of a class, what is it? The class should implement serializable interface. Now see when we run, we are getting see the class name along with some number hash code. So because whenever you print object in SOP, which method gets invoked implicitly? ToString, right? Remember this method. ToString method. Whenever we print objects in SOP, it's going to invoke ToString method. Since book class does not have any ToString method, since book class extends object class. So any class you take in Java, if you are not extending any other class, it extends object class. So it's going to invoke ToString method of object class. And ToString method of object class returns class name along with hash code. So what we need to do to go with the readable output? So whenever you are printing objects in SOP, whichever the class object you print, in that class override ToString method. So here we need to override ToString. Public string to string, where we return book ID, the value of book ID, new line, /n means new line, book name, the value of book name, book price, the value of book price. That's it. So we are displaying the data of book object in our own format. Now see when we run, we get our database here. Book ID, book name and price. Right? Clear all of you the meaning of serialization? Now, so we are having one more last point over here. When you are writing the object onto the data file, it's writing your book ID, book name and price. I don't want to write this price value onto the data file. So when you don't want to write this price value onto your data file, then we use a keyword transient. We use a keyword what? Transient. When we use keyword transient, then this is not included during serialization. So during serialization process, this book price will not get included. Now see when we run, we get see book ID and book name only. And price value we are getting 0.0. Because in ToString method, we are even returning price value. Since price is not written onto the file, it's going to take the default value 0.0. So if you don't want to write a data member onto the data file using during serialization process, what keyword we have to use? Transient keyword. Clear all of you? Any questions? Right? Our package is very simple. Just have one-time practice. That's enough. We use more of databases only in our projects. So in tomorrow's class, we'll be going with a new topic, database concepts or SQL concepts using MySQL. And after tomorrow, we go with the JDBC, the last part of core Java. Using JDBC, we connect to the databases. Okay, next two classes, we complete our core Java. Then next week, we start off with the next part of our course, web technologies. Right? Thank you all. Thank you very much and see you tomorrow.